What is going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. This is going to be a good one. We got a bunch of stuff going on here tonight. What is going on, Bama? Welcome to the stream, brother. Dubs, hats off. The current SSU world champion over on Solo Seasons Universe. Go check that channel out, guys. Let them know that Totes sent you over there. Go support your boy, Dubs. Doing great stuff over there. Vipero, a lot of guys over there, to be fair. Vipero's over there as well. What's up, brother Sam? Making his debut right here in this match, as a matter of fact. Zack, what is happening? R2K, another guy. Look at this. Matt Storm. What is happening? Thanks, Soul, man. I really appreciate. Really appreciate. I've been doing some things. If you guys have a computer at your house, DM me after this, after the stream. I gotta ask you guys to give me a little bit of help here doing something. If you want to, you don't have to. What is going on, R2K? Herbie, what is happening, brother? Current WCW Tag Team Champion and Solo. What is happening, my man? Oh, look at this. Thanks, Sam. Appreciate that. Appreciate the super chat right there. Yeah, you know, Solo's got some stuff going on over on his stream. Lots of good stuff going on. And it's funny, you know, because this goes back to, you know, the message that he's got over in his stream. Things run, or over on his channel, things run a little bit different, where it is driven by the comments section. And I got to tell you, that is super dangerous. So not everybody's even willing to do it. I'm not willing to do it. I will take suggestions from the comments section. I will let you guys. I'm even debating on some stuff that's going on right now in Discord, whether to add something like that, because that can get out of hand really quick. That can divide a community. That can do some stuff. And to one of his points where he is talking about, you know, go out there, tell your story. Don't just, oh, I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best. He's got a guy over there that says the world title doesn't matter to him. Yet every time he doesn't have it, the very next match, he wants a world title shot. So, world title ended up in the right place. But the thing that upset me about the whole thing, and look, real things, like the drama is real. We worked on mastercrafting a storyline for 2 months to have some dipshit ruin it like that. Now, was fixed and saved, and I got to be honest, I like the outcome better, but still, to see something like that, still, you could tell I'm not happy with it. Like, I'm not happy about it, because if you guys understand wrestling, and I believe everybody does, I believe everybody gets it. The best part about wrestling is the storytelling, doing the stories, putting somebody else over, getting put over, doing the different things. So to see that and all that work and all the stuff that went into it to get to that point, and then for that to happen. And here's what sucks. I want to believe the guy gets it, but this is the second time he's done it, and I don't believe he gets it at all. So, however, it's the same with you guys. Like, you got to protect your talent, you know what I mean? So, like, it's such a strange tightrope to walk, because you want to tell and we're talking about Solo crafting must-watch TV. Must watch. I got to watch it. I had to tune in. I had to see what was going on, and not just with the main storyline, because there's so many other branches off of the storyline. There's so many other people that were kind of getting involved in doing that and telling their story. And then this other story with another guy in the hardcore division. That stuff's going on. JP, you guys know JP right in the stream right there. What is going on? Welcome to the stream, brother. JP's got his thing going on. You know, and you got to see what's going on with him and the stuff that was going on there. And you got these other things going on and people trying to save this. And, I'm telling you, must-watch TV. And for it to almost be ruined by one guy, that's the kind of shit where I want to bust somebody in the mouth. I'm not kidding. Like, I was like, an amazing shift, though. And despite this jackass's best efforts, a better story ends up coming out of it. You know what I mean? Like, unbelievable. And unbelievable, it is way better. It was way better. And look, I'm going to tell you right now, and I've said this on the Totes' character, at least over there, is so polarizing. I don't need a title belt to be polarizing. I don't need a title belt to tell the story. The right people getting the right things, like, it was amazing. Like, it was really, really, really good. So I'm so glad it worked out the way that it did. Hats off to Solo being able to do the stuff that he did to make it all come together and make it all work. And look, it's still, at the end of the day, it's AI. You don't know if it's going to work or not. It's, at the end of the day, like, one of the words that was used is collusion. You cannot collude in an AI versus AI match. You can't do it. I don't know who's going to win. I don't know who's going to... When we get into this show right here, I have no idea who is going to win. Matter of fact, to be fair, let's break kayfabe for just half a second. Totes was never supposed to win 2 title belts and do all that stuff on this show. That wasn't the point of it, of what the storyline was, to have it happen. So, but it happened, and then you got to roll with it. Then you got to build the storylines off of that. Even though I don't have the comment section doing the things, you can't collude and do all the stuff. Now, you can come up with some great storylines. You can come up and hope that certain things work out a certain way or kind of go in a direction. But this is like next level storytelling. So the stuff that Solo does, the stuff that it's coming to me. Sorry, I'm so one-track minded right now. But the stuff over in the LTD that Blaze does, the stuff R2K's, he's getting going right now. So go check out R2K's channel. Give him some subscribes too. Check out McWayne, amazing division streamer. But the stuff that all these guys do, the stuff that Temple does, like, it's not easy to do. And I'm going to tell you this. Here's the other thing, and because this is what's going on my Discord right now. There's a few things happening and some changes being made, and it's starting, guys, this is starting to get bigger. This is starting to get bigger and bigger and bigger and harder to manage. And so then what I started finding yesterday, I was spending more time trying to fix and do the Discord stuff and get that stuff going. I spent 7.5 hours on 3 of these characters on here. Sam Hackshaw, Reese Rangi, and Sammy Shaw the Predator. 7.5 hours, and I bet you they're still not right. Having to get them ready to go into this show because I want them to debut. I want you guys to debut. Sam, brand new member of the Bark Squad. I want you to debut, so I want to do this. So on Sunday, 7.5 hours on 3 characters, trying to get them ready to debut here tonight. Plus, I got stuff to do in the Discord. That's why when you look on there, Iffy is the brand new moderator. And we may add one more. Some people have thrown their name in the ring. I want to get to know you a little bit better before we do that. But yeah, we need some help with the mod. I'm always there though, guys. At the end of the day, this is our community. I just need a little bit of help with some things, doing some stuff. So, and Sam, man, what a big contributor to our deal. But there's no way to predict this stuff. So with over 99 people on the roster, actually 103 now, but 103 people on the roster, including the, like the Bret Harts and the stuff like that. But 103, we're not going to be on every single show. You guys aren't going to see every single show. Even when we go and preview this matchup, it's about the storylines, telling the storylines. And look, sometimes you're on the right side and sometimes you're on the left side. Sometimes I'm on the right, sometimes I'm on the left. There are times 10 shows in a row. Totes never even appeared on one of these things because I wasn't a part of the story. So guys, it's not a one-way street. This is a two-way street. It's about the story. It's about these characters. It's about you guys. And I love everything that you guys are doing. We're starting to grow, and that's very, very exciting. So without messing around anymore, without talking anymore about anything, and hopefully me and Solo can get together and kind of do a podcast, maybe like a weekly podcast or something. It's hard because our schedules are so off. But hopefully we can do it. So, Let's look into this. We've got 3 brand new guys debuting in this match alone, and I'm very excited about all 3 of these guys. The Predator, Sammy Shaw, Reese Rangi. You're going to notice some things about Reese here in a little bit. Sam Hackshaw, and all going up in a 4-man, 2-minute gauntlet match against former WCW World Champion Paul the Thing Crimson and Jade Cargill, putting it on the line in an Extreme Rules match right now. We just saw Jade cash in the Money in the Bank, but that briefcase is on the line here again tonight. Brooklyn Joker, Jake Plague. Look at the state of these 2 guys. Who wouldn't want to see these guys getting in the ring and doing their thing, right? GC Rock, current Money in the Bank champion, or current Money in the Bank briefcase holder, not on the line here, but Zack Hamilton going up against him. The Syndicate really wanting to start stepping things up. And if you remember, Zack Hamilton was off to this really crazy fast start. Can he get that turned around here tonight? Serra and Repentia getting their shot. We've seen these women on a roll as of late, but now getting their shot against Mimi and Jane tonight for the Universal Tag. This isn't even WCW. This is the Universal Tag Champions. Member of the 4 Horsemen, Eagle Star, now going up against Chris Jericho for the light heavyweight champion, Drew Hawthorne. Now, we saw him win the match, but he was not cleared. So we've seen him win. Still was not cleared to wrestle, but is going to wrestle right here. Him going up against Grunning for the WCW World Television Championship. Now, the equivalent of the hardcore title in the women's division, we're going to see some of the hardest hitting women in this going up in a fatal 4-way elimination. And the only way out of that match is to get knocked out. That is absolutely right, Solo. This, I think, is honestly the future of wrestling. I find this way more interesting. I find Solo Season Universe way more interesting. LTD, I find it all way too interesting. Temple, I think it's better than what is going on now. And here's the crazy thing. We talk about this a lot. I care about every single one of these little digital dudes when they getting in the ring. I'm not trying to put you guys in bad spots. I'm trying to put everybody in good spots to go, which is hard because look, when you get into a 4-way match, there's only one winner. Think about that for just a second. Like at the end of the day, when you're talking about building up the stats and building up momentum to get into whatever you're trying to get into, in a 4-way match, that's why you see a lot of one-on-ones, you see a lot of tag team matches. And then in the main event, there is something, though, that Totes may be able to do here tonight. The whole point of what I tried to do almost 4 months ago is going to happen right here tonight. Now, whether it happens or it doesn't happen, I don't know, but Totes getting his shot. Jane became the very first Universal Grand Slam champion. Totes getting a shot at it here tonight. Right now, she is the only one that has been able to do it. She is the only one that is out there as a Grand Slam champion. But Totes getting that chance here tonight if he could beat one of the greatest tag teams. And I'm so glad, it is Dubs and Vipero. These guys on another level being managed right here by the leader of the syndicate. So Jay Savage going down. All 4 horsemen coming down to the ring tonight too, because they're going to want to see what is going on. But before we can ever get to the main event, we got to get to the opening match. And I am so excited to see what these 3 guys can do and what these 3 guys can bring. And it's going to be no easy task, not only fighting each other tonight, but fighting a former WCW World Champion.
The rules of the match are as follows. 2 superstars will start in the ring. At regular intervals, a new superstar enters the match. Elimination can occur anywhere in the arena. The match continues until 1 superstar remains, and that superstar will be declared the winner.
So this is going to be interesting because this is absolutely random. No idea who's coming down.
Weighing in at 221 pounds, the Predator, Samuel Shaw.
Look at the state of this guy, the Predator, indeed. It kind of makes me wonder, what is the Predator doing here in WCW right now? We know that we have a bounty hunter in Eagle Star, but now we have a Predator on the loose as well. What is he going to be bringing to the WCW, and what is he on a mission to do? You can tell, obviously, something behind that mask, obviously on a mission to accomplish something.
Weighing in at 269 pounds, Reese, the
It's funny, you see this guy's shirt we talked about. So this was going to be on Totes' shirt if Totes came back. But since right now he's not, Totes is right in the SSU. Totes is faded back into the shadows. Well, not too many shadows. I mean, he's on WCW. So, but kind of faded back into, but that was going to be on the shirt. Love that saying, when injustice becomes law, then rebellion becomes duty. Very true. No, I know. Like, I wasn't gonna use it, but it's hard. You got a character named The Witcher, and then in the game you've got this special move. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I had to use it. I couldn't even help myself. Couldn't even help myself. Look at little JP talking that trash. Gotta love it. But you can see this. We're looking at a heavyweight in Reese Rangi, and then we've got two light heavyweights appearing here tonight, and the former WCW World Champion, also a heavyweight. So it's very interesting, though, because you look at the Predator, and you can see, reminds me a lot kind of an Eagle Star-like molded character where, yeah, he is a light heavyweight. Yeah, he can do some more light heavyweight moves, but toast for president. Totes for president, indeed. You know, that is a funny thing. I don't even know if you know, but as far as the Division 2 goes, I did a short on a Kelso for president, so that's kind of a funny saying on this channel. Anybody for president. But look at this. This guy, not even messing around, takes out the baseball bat of Totes McGoats, knows exactly where that's at. And now Reese kind of getting things turned back around. Now you can see and Reese kind of has that bloodline type background, that bloodline type feel to him. So going to be interesting to see how that ends up working itself out either. Like, all these guys obviously here for a reason, but who is this going to be? Is this going to be, and it is Sam Hackshaw now making his way out, getting all kinds of fired up in his debut match. So all three men that are debuting right now are in the ring. The former WCW champion and Bark Squad member will be the final one to enter in to the ring and make this a fatal four-way. Right now, a triple threat style match, but an elimination match. It is going to be, at the end of the day, the last man standing. So definitely going to have to see, but look at this. And this is going to tell you a lot about what type of wrestlers these guys are. Are they going to be those disciplined wrestlers? Are they going to be not so disciplined, very like aggressive style wrestling? Are they going to be thinkers? Are they going to be brute like muscle? Definitely going to have to see. But right now, watching Sam Hackshaw, I keep saying Shaw, Hacksaw, my bad. But Sam Hackshaw, after watching some of this, oh, big forearm in the back of the head, and Reese putting a little bit of space between all that. Between all of that. So we're starting to see now also not afraid to throw in some double teams on the bigger guy. You got the 2 light heavyweights, then you got the heavyweight and the 2 light guys going after it. But look at this, Reese kind of biding his time and waiting, but we know who the third guy coming down is, and that is going to be Paul the Thing. Paul the Thing making his way. And look at this, in like true world champion style, just kind of walking it down. He's like, yeah, these guys are doing whatever they're doing now, while he wants to get involved and get to whooping some folks. But the Predator fighting through it. Now these guys kind of lining up, but you know they'll go back and forth. Now both light heavyweights getting after it. Reese looking over, sees Paul not paying attention. And Reese getting right after Paul, but you can see how fast Paul gets right back up to his feet. So you got to remember, Paul, a former WCW World Champion. We've said it, also a member of the Bark Squad. Sam Hacksaw, a member, and look at that, the Predator almost getting the 3 count on Sam. But Sam able to kick out in like 2 and 75, 76s. You know what I mean? Sam over there trying to recover, and look, this is absolutely a brutal match. So for some wrestlers to make their debut and then make it in a gauntlet-style match, like, unbelievable. We've seen R2K become the very first, didn't even think it was possible, but the very first Outlaw winner, which is an 8-man gauntlet-style match, but no more than 4 people can be in the ring, and so that's what makes it hard. If it was just a gauntlet-style match, you could get all 8 people in, then yeah, you could win from 1 and 2. But he found a way not only to win from one of the first 2 positions, but also eliminated all 7 other competitors. So absolutely crazy. Not sure I'd want to be going up against R2K anytime soon. Here we go again. Both the guys double teaming, and now is this going to be it for Hacksaw? And it is, but you can see when these guys did that double team maneuver, they double teamed and suplexed them into the side of the ring. Oh, that is the finisher from Reese too. And the Predator able to kick out. And look at that, the crowd getting involved. We got guitar pieces out into the crowd. Little souvenir for the fans there. Predator not having it though. Reese trying to figure out like where he is even at. And a huge boot. Paul getting back to his feet, however. And Paul, look at this, showing you why he is the world champ, trying, and not just trying, but succeeding and controlling the entire ring. The Predator trying to come out from behind Paul, lifting it up to the crowd, but Reese not having it right now. Paul flipping him back around. And the Predator walking slow, but he's got the bat of Totes McGoats. Walking it over. Look, he sees it. Paul the Thing takes it right to the small of the back, takes 2 bat shots. Reese walks far enough away, and the Predator might have been starting to cheer a little bit too soon. Thought he was going to hit him with the bat. Instead, now Reese picking up the bat, but the Predator not having it. Predator starting to control the match, and look, you got a light heavyweight against 2 heavyweights. He's telling the crowd, like, come on, get excited. Paul's like, I'm here. I'm here. Don't worry about it. And look at this stuff. Back and forth they go, round and round. Oh, grabs it. Gets out of the way of Paul. Apparently, Paul still hit him, though. Just didn't look like it went down the way we thought it did. And now Reese trying to take advantage. Is he going to put the pin on Paul? Oh, everybody acknowledging. Reese and Paul acknowledging him with a big slam. Rolls up the leg. 1, 2. And you probably didn't know this about the Predator, but he's multi-talented. Wrote a song about it. Want to hear it? Here it go. And that was about to be the finisher from the Predator. Predator looking like he was about to end Paul's night. Instead, Reese breaking it up, not allowing him to get it in. And this might go to show you that no good deed goes unpunished. The Predator pissed off. And here we go. This is his finisher. What goes up definitely comes right on back down. Thank goodness Charles Robinson is almost out the door, going to get his order of McDonald's. The Predator now eliminating Reese, and now it comes down to a one-on-one. Paul the Thing versus the Predator. This is almost something you'd expect to see maybe in a Predator movie. The Predator Part 4. The Predator going after the Thing. Who is going to find a way to win this match? And you can see, even though a light heavyweight, even though he's got some moves where he can take it off the top rope, might even have a springboard or two in him, still wrestles a lot bigger than he is, and it makes sense with a name like the Predator that something like this would happen. Yeah, and the Witcher sucked the life right out of it, you know what I mean? That's what he's talking about. And that is Paul's finisher. Is that going to do it? We've seen him win the world title with that move. 1, 2. And right there, thought that all three guys debuted would end up going down, but the Predator not willing to do it, now trying to win it for the young guys. Paul's like, no way. I wrote another song. You want to hear it? And he hears it right upside his head. He had to hear it upside his head. Now Paul setting up for it again, and you got to believe if he can get this in, this will be it. Picks him up, and again, right down on all that dunnage. Rolls up the leg. You can see blood on the ground. 2, 3. And with that move, blood all over the place.
Here is your winner, Paul the Thug.
But Paul able to come out, show the new guys what the WCW is all about. But look, this comes down to you get put in a match like that, you get put in the match either in a championship match or against a former champion. You start seeing the things that you maybe on match number 2, you got to adjust a little bit. So congrats to those three. Glad to have them in. And congrats, hats off to Paul the Thing. But in that match, we had we have two Bark Squad members in Sam Hackshaw and Paul the Thing. So if you guys want to become a member of the channel, right where that subscribe button was, if you press it and you're a subscriber to the channel, now it becomes a membership button. You can get out there. If you want to support it in that way, absolutely. All the money, again, goes back into the channel. Doesn't go to me buying lunch. Doesn't go into anything else. Goes back into the channel to bring you guys better product. And it's going to go into the giveaway. Hopefully we can get that done by the end of the year as well. But this is crazy. We see this typically when we have a Money in the Bank winner and they use that unsuccessfully, they typically get it to go after like the next number one contender to get a shot again at the Money in the Bank. Gives you an opportunity to earn a rematch, but you gotta earn it. And now Crimson, she says she is ready. And we've seen Crimson's storyline go much of the way we've seen other storylines go, where she gets right to the precipice. She gets right to the part where she's got to reach up and she's got to grab the cliff and she's going to pull herself up.
Is an Extreme Rules match. And it's for the Money in the Bank contract. Making her way to the ring, representing the Disciples of Darkness from the pits of hell, the Destroyer, Crimson.
Freaky. Absolutely freaky. What is going on? William Styles, welcome to the stream, brother. Temple, what is happening? Again, we talked about it at the top of the show, but go check out Temple's channel. Subscribe and do the thing. And guys, I saw Temple say it. I know we responded to it a little bit, but why we have a minute. And look at the state of this entrance. Hats off to you developers. One of the greatest entrances I've ever seen with lights and whatnot.
And from Vero Beach, Florida, the Universal Women's International Champion, Jade Cargill.
You know, we talk about belts being made for certain people. It looks like that belt was made for Jade Cargill, the Women's Universal Diva Championship. But I tried, and if you guys have been with the channel long enough, if you go back into season, I think it's 2, 3, and 4, we broke up the roster between the shows. And it was so hard to keep up because of the schedule. It was so hard to keep up with the stories. The stories would take too long sometimes, to the point where you almost stopped caring because you had to wait for this to happen. Then in the next one, you knew it wasn't going to happen. And then in the next one, it could happen. But so I've tried splitting the rosters. It didn't exactly work out right. Didn't feel right. The flow was off. So it's always been better by just having the rosters between the two shows doing the things that they do. I even think the WWE in real life should stop splitting the rosters and combine them, get back together, make the titles make sense again. Like, there's a universal title and a world title. That's dumb. You guys have heard me say this a bunch of times. Our universal titles, if you guys don't know, we have 3 universal titles on the men and 3 universal titles on the women's side. It's like having a world, a United States, and a tag team belt. Those are the 3 universal titles. Those 3 universal titles can be fought for, thus the name Universal, between the WCW and the WWE. Obviously, you guys know with WCW 2.0 that the WWE brought out WCW. So it's the same product. This is based on the WCW Universe. What if it came back today? What if the WCW came back today? Not what if it happened if it never stopped. No, what if it happened if it came back today? If the WWE started the WCW right now, what would happen? Again, bring back Nitro, bring back Thunder, make it its own standalone whatever. But then sometimes come together. Look at that slam. But sometimes come back together in pay-per-views like a Forbidden Door and have Universal Championships. That's a Universal title. An undisputed title is where the WCW buys out ECW and the WCW, takes all 3 title belts, puts them in to make them into one, and then calls it the undisputed title belt, and you no longer have 3. It all goes into one, and now you have an undisputed champion. But there should be a Raw champion, a SmackDown champion. Like, I've done it. Go back in Season 4 and watch how I set up the WWE titles. That's how you should do it. if you're going to have a brand split. So, anyway, back onto the match because we got two of the stronger competitors right here. Jade trying to put one on. Crimson, though, not having it. Yeah, we've had in season 6, you just look at the people that have been brought in. We have started getting more and more of the purely creative talent has been going away. Some of the older wrestlers have gone away. And I'm talking the Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, Goldberg gone away. The Steiner brothers out. Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero out. And almost a 3 count while we were talking about that stuff. Now we have a few that are around still, and they are probably going to be around for a minute. The Hogan, Sting, Bret Hart. The guys you see over on that wall over to the left. But some of those. We've got women. Most of our women's division used to be completely created. We had about 3 women, and that was it. But already in season 6, the number of ladies that have been added, real women added, to the women's division. You're starting to see then those made-up characters moved out. So it will get to a point. This might be it. 2, 3, and Jade Cargill finds a way once again to become Miss Money in the Bank.
Here is your winner and Miss Money in the Bank, Jade Cargill.
You look at the absolute success Jade Cargill has had. She's had, don't get me wrong, a lot of ups and a few downs. She has got the shot at the world title. She has failed 1 time, but she has gone on to win the Divas Champion and now 2 times gone on to win Miss Money in the Bank. So she is Miss WCW Money in the Bank, but absolutely crazy. What is going on, Paul? Welcome to the stream, brother. Paul, just like Sam, a member of the Bark Squad. And if you guys want to become a member, again, go check it out if you guys want to. All I ever ask, show up, be an active part of the community, enjoy each other's company, have fun, do the stuff. We all enjoy wrestling. Let's enjoy it together. And now we are going to see Brooklyn Jokers and Jake Plague. It's funny because JP, a member of Raven's Flock, a member of the Judgment Day, the Raven's Flock version, says, hey, we don't talk enough about it. And he's a member. He would know, right? Very specifically, he would know. One of the big things I see, like JP starting to step up. We saw Raven, the leader, actually save the Judgment Day in Wrestle Wars to let them continue on. But then JP goes on, wins the Cruiserweight title, and then Jake Plague came in, and I did a little experiment with Jake Plague and Drew Hamilton, and it didn't work the way I wanted it to. So right now, Jake Plague, also a member of the Bark Squad. Hey, thanks for the upgrade, Sam. Really appreciate that. I know, Paul. I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was like, man, I hope everything's like good with Paul. Like, miss having you around, brother. You were in the opening match. You're still out here whooping butt, you know what I mean? Look at the state of these brand new title belts, these 8-man title belts. A pretty title right there.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing the Madness from Brooklyn, New York, weighing in at 333 pounds. One half of the WCW Super Extreme Tag Team Champions, Brooks Lane.
I can see your comments. Yeah, that would be absolutely, that would be very exciting. We'll talk about that in a second, Temple, for sure. That would be something. It's funny because look, you look at the stuff that goes on.
And his opponent, representing the Judgment Day, from wherever he wants, 273 pounds, the virus, Jake Punk.
To me, it's almost like you look at the LTD, the way they do things. They're doing a lot of 8-man matches and 16, like 6-man, 4-man, like a lot of multi-man matches. You look at where their ratings start, the way they do it, and that is the way they do it. They do it so more people can be involved. The storylines are huge storylines. And I love it. I love following it. But it's to get as many people involved as they can. You look at what Lucha does also. He's got, though, the other commentators turned on, doing the stuff. But he's got storylines, and you follow the storylines, and there's all these different things happening and amazing stuff going on there. You look at the SSU and SSW, two different styles of wrestling put on by the same creator in the same universe, doing the same thing, like all the characters belong. And then you look at what we do. I'm not trying to get the most people involved. I'm trying to get the biggest storylines and the storyline development and all the stuff. You look at all that stuff, and it almost makes you think with where things are going, is you see Totes in a few of those other universes, but what if the four of us together one day, not today, but one day, you could only have a character in one of those universes, one of those 5 universes. There's 4 of us, but one of the 5 universes. Now, all of a sudden, the signings become bigger, the this and the that's. You look at some of the wrestlers, some of them are created wrestlers on my spot, but what would happen, you guys see what I do with the breaking news in the Discord. Speaking of that, I did not pop up the Discord, but you look at what would happen even with the created characters if that created character doesn't sign with WCW, and then part of the storyline he goes and he signs with with Lucha Underground. What if then those titles, because titles matter 100%, I know they matter in the SSU, SSW, and WCW. I mean, I'm talking your ratings depend on some of these title belts. So the titles absolutely matter. But what would happen if something like that happened? You know what I mean? What would happen then if it was, you kept track, oh, he's been the 2-time Lucha Underground, champion. He's been the 1-time SSU champion. He's been a UFO champion and the United States champion in WCW. Now going to the LTD. I'm telling you, I can see things growing like that between creators, where a few of the creators got together and created a massive universe. We have our own universes, but then a massive universe inside those. Man, look, Sam is on another level right now, gifting out all kinds of stuff, doing all kinds of things. Sam, very active. Congratulations, Lynette, Pete, Sir Stretchy Boy. Haven't seen Stretchy. Stretchy used to be a character in the WCW. It'd be nice to see. Matt Storm, that is badass. And Tiffany Sky, all getting free 30-day memberships to the Bark Squad, gifted out to you by Sam. So definitely go check that out. And you guys will start seeing, I'm starting to do a little bit more where you guys can see some of these, like the YouTube shorts. It's only been a few hours as of right now, but we're getting back into doing it to where every couple days I'll release them, but I make them all basically one day of the week. And look at that! And this is what I was trying to talk about, but we got into a bunch of other things. But Jake Play coming through for the Judgment Day and beating Brooklyn Jokers, which is no small task at all. But I told you, it's going to be scary when Jake starts getting on a roll And we have seen Jake in the last 2 matches starting to get there. What if the plague starts infecting the WCW? What if the Predator starts doing his thing? Like, we don't know. But what if? And we're going to start seeing that a lot more as well. So very, very interesting. Oh, look at that. James Bartle also getting that in there. Yeah, that's what all this stuff starts leading to, where then we start having the news shows and we start having some different things, you know, maybe once a week, once a month. Like each one of us has our own whatever we do on our channels, right? But then maybe once a month we come together talking about the news of the day, what is going on with this and that, what's happening. Because look, at the end of the day, for the real wrestlers, it would be where you guys decided where you want to go. But the caveat to that would be for a season. And so what constitutes a season? We just started this in this one, where maybe what constitutes a season is every year the game comes out. So you decide whatever. Now, maybe something happens inside that universe where, you know, it's a win or go home match or something, and then you end up getting kicked out of, let's say JP was here in the WCW. JP gets kicked out of the WCW. Now he's a free agent in the middle of the season. It wouldn't happen very often, right? Now you'd have the LTD, the SSU, the SSW, and Lucha Underground going after him. You know what I mean? Like, hey, come sign with me, come sign with me. If you sign on with one of those, it's until the end of the season. You know what I mean? And then before the next one starts, because look, it takes a lot to go back and do some of this stuff to recreate every single year. So maybe there's a 1 month grace period where that's kind of the free agent period. If you want to leave and go somewhere else, you absolutely can. If you want to stay where you're at, then you stay where you're at. There's also another streamer that is coming up, and she is doing a phenomenal job. I keep telling her, I was like, you need to pop into my stream so I can send people to where you're at, but hasn't done it yet. But if she does, maybe we'll get her, start helping her out too. But it'd be cool. Look, that's a big idea. And you know how much coordination that would take? This is already like a full-time job. That's why I had to get Iffy helping out a little bit on some of that stuff. So it's already a huge thing. So yeah, for sure, definitely want to look and see what goes on. Man, I think one of my soldiers just sent me a friend request on Facebook. That's interesting. So here we go. The Syndicate now facing off against the current WCW Money in the Bank champion. It is. That is super cool. Man, I'll tell you what, I got a message from one of my soldiers a little while ago. Might be about a year now. It's been a while. And I'm watching his Facebook, and it really looks like he's just not going down a good path. Now, everything else, dude goes from being like a toothpick to being in phenomenal shape. He's in the gym. He's doing all this stuff. But just the mindset and the stuff that he's sending out.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing the Red Faction from London, England, weighing in at 311 pounds, the unrelenting GC Rock.
And so I'm reading all this stuff that he's sending out, and so I call him out on it. And we end up talking back and forth a little bit, and I thought the guy hated me, like, because he was my soldier, and I was hard on him. He was a young man in need of direction, believe you me. And I didn't think he listened. But while we were talking on the phone, he actually thanked me for all that stuff. And I told him, I said, look, I didn't know that it ever landed the right way. Like, I was very hard on you. Harder than most, to be fair. It's the same with my son. Very hard on my son.
Representing the Syndicate from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 200 pounds, the great Zack Hamilton.
But it was really neat to hear his perspective on the whole thing and how it did land for him and what that meant for the rest of his life. I looked through some of my soldiers and I see them on Facebook and where they ended up, and a lot of them are very successful. So, and they were knuckleheads in the Army. I was too, though, so like, to be fair, I had non-commissioned officers helping me out too. So anyway, Zack Hamilton right now getting ready to tear it up. But this is going to be a huge thing. Now, we have seen Zack not on a very good roll as of late. He came out and absolutely tore it up. I'm like, this guy's going to be the world champion like the next 3 matches. And it's not quite gone that way. So this is a huge thing. He is going up, if you think about it, the #1 contender to the world title right now, going up against GC Rock. And you can see, like, if you watch a very similar style to like a JP, likes going off the ropes, likes, and you got to believe that no matter who he's in the ring against, it is a big disadvantage if they stay in the ring. Now, outside the ring, that kind of starts limiting his offense. But right now, getting off to that start and trying to prove to the Syndicate that they did not make a mistake in bringing him on board and becoming a member of the Syndicate. But I got to believe that this has got to be some sort of test. Already splitting open GC Rock, but this has to be some sort of test, and not whether you win or you lose, but how well this match gets wrestled. Because normally Jay Savage would be accompanying any member of the Syndicate down, and nobody has accompanied Zack down to this ring. So you wonder, is this a test? And if so, how's he going to do? But look, I mean, and the reason I say that is because he is looking like he is a man possessed right now, trying to hit GC Rock with a drop kick. GC Rock, I mean, he hits him with it. GC Rock doesn't go down to that, though, and back and forth these guys go. Yeah, that first match, banger to start off the show. Oh, look at this. Picks him up again and again. GC Rock going after that head. Now setting up for it. And almost out of nowhere, can he get the Rockopotamus in? No! Zack Hamilton must have been scouting this out. Says, I know what the Rockopotamus is. That has put an end to a lot of people's nights. Yeah, we even got a slightly different face paint right now for Paul the Thing. And it's funny, Paul lived through the curse of winning the world title. We've seen it happen to Paul. We've seen it happen to Angel. Yeah, the one with the Angel, like, is on another level. But Paul, I can tell you, by the ratings and by the boost and non-boost and penalties, all of that is over. Paul back, worked through all the penalties, now back to the north. And you can see, like, in the matches already, these last few matches, him and Sentinel have been doing great in the tag division, and then Paul has been doing great otherwise. So really looks like Paul is starting to build back up to that championship run again. Obviously a world champion caliber athlete. That is the first time we have ever seen that happen. I have never seen that move reverse, and Zack Hamilton just reversed the match. Now, when we look at 1.22, when we look at that update, a lot of new animations, a lot of new reversal animations, blocking, dodging type animations were added into the game, and you can see one of them right there. So that is a great addition. You know, sometimes we don't understand what happens in those updates because they do a absolutely piss poor job at telling us what they do. But that was on another level. I don't know if you guys can see that back there either. Little new addition you can see as I talk. It does its thing. So definitely interesting. Guys, remember, drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, turn on the bell notification to miss any time we go live, share the video. And look at this. Oh, GC Rock went to hit him with it again. And look, no title belts are on the line at the end of the day. You can see the Lucha Underground. You can see the LTD and Solo Season Universe all wrapped around the WCW. Thought I did it in all the arenas, but I did miss the Thunder Arena, so we'll get that fixed. But again, 7.5 hours, and I spent another 3 hours today just fixing some different things, some other things that have been going on. One of the things that we have been hearing about, GC Rock getting out of the way. And look, I thought at the beginning of this match, this was going to be like a squash match. GC Rock, you look at the size of him, kind of on another level. But Zack Hamilton, you can tell Zack Hamilton absolutely wrestling for a reason. Absolutely wrestling like he has got a cause he is donating to, and that cause is himself. And I think any doubts the Syndicate may have had about Zack Hamilton have been put to rest here. Again, I don't think it matters if you win or lose. But can you put on a banger? And a banger is what he's putting on. 1, 2, and a 2.5 count. Is he going to take it up to the top rope now? Hits him in the head again, going after the arms. What is going on, Brian? 1, 2, 3, and look at this. In what has to be considered an upset, Zack Hamilton comes out your winner.
Here is your winner, the great Zack Hamilton.
Monday afternoon Nitro, that is for sure. Look at this. Zack Hamilton getting things, looks like anyway, he's getting things turned back around. And maybe that's the thing. Maybe Zack doesn't do well against people his own size. Maybe he needs to be wrestling the bigger guys. We have seen wrestlers that are like that need to be wrestled, that do better in matches where the guy is bigger than they are. Could be the thing that's going on, you know what I mean? Don't know. Now we are getting ready to get in to the championship matches. All the matches from here on out have a title belt on the line. And so we have seen Repentia, the Gate Crashers, and Serra doing absolutely phenomenal stuff. Not just in tag matches, but in their own single-style matches. So tonight they will get a shot at the top tag team title belts in the women's division, the Universal Women's Tag Team Championships.
The following champion versus champion contest is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the Universal Women's World Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers, the WCW Women's Underground Internet Champions, the Gate Crashers.
Normally, what's crazy is you would see these two WCW Special Series title belts, and they would be the same belt. They would be the 8-woman tag team title belt, but these two individually winning the Outlaw and the Survival Championships, the two toughest Special Series title belts to win, and then recently at the last pay-per-view losing the 8 women tag champions, but they have parlayed that.
The Universal Women's World Tag Team Champions and the WCW Light Heavyweight Champions, The Order.
But right now, for whatever reason, and we don't know what the reason is, the Universal Tag Team title belts will be defended by one of the tag titles, and almost in a Freebird, my accent sometimes, style match. Something must be going on with Angela, because Mimi currently down at the ring helping defend the Universal Tag Team title belts. Well, it's kind of funny because then you'd have those Forbidden Door pay-per-views maybe, right? Maybe we only have 3 a year, maybe we have 4 a year, like once a quarter or something, where there are Universal title belts, and those title belts then go on to the other shows. The Universal Champions could show up on other shows. You think about how hard it is to run your current, like how much time it takes. This is the other thing. How much time it takes me to run this. That would be on another level. Like we would, if we all had like 100,000 subscribers and this was our job, we got paid to do this. Absolutely. But it'd be hard. It'd be amazing. It'd be hard to figure out. Look at this. Serra going back and forth. Now controlling everything that's going on the outside, or on that side of the ring. You would think Serra would want to get him over onto her side, but instead goes over, gets Repentia tagged into this match. Mimi waiting on her, and look, that little hesitation right there. And now Repentia diving off the ropes, crossbody. Mimi getting back to her feet, and here she goes, picks her up. And it looks like that is some kind of submission move. Mimi able to fight out of it, though. Repentia not sure how she got out of it. Mimi now picking her up, taking her over to that corner post. Now Repentia getting things turned back around, whipping Mimi into the opposing corner. Kind of like the corner of France, the neutral corner. Now picks her up, and look at that. Look at that slam. Charles Robinson comes over, not even a 1 count. Yep, no, and look, a lot of the veterans. That's one of the big things about my Discord. We have a lot of veterans, a lot of EMTs, a lot of rescue workers, a lot of like really good dudes. We even got a bounty hunter. You know what I mean? But having that in the community. And then having other people with all the other walks of life. I'm telling you guys, I put this community right here up against anybody's. We do things. I could share statistics. You guys do things on this channel, your level of support. And I know we come in and we come out and we do whatever we got to do, because real life is always going to take precedence over anything that goes on here. But I think people in this community like hanging out. They like the content. They like whatever. And we will grow together and get bigger and bigger and bigger. So I'm serious. I put this community up against, I put our numbers up against anybody else's. Anybody. Larger channels, smaller doesn't matter, but larger channels. Like, I've got some other friends that we share numbers, and they're like, how do you do that? I'm like, I don't. My community does that. I don't do this. So yeah, hats off to you guys. But we're gonna keep growing, and we're gonna keep doing bigger and bigger things together. Me growing this, the WCW, this is on you guys. I'm a part of it, but like, you guys are a part of it too, every single one of you. So I appreciate every single member that we got, every single subscriber that we got, every single person that comes and doesn't hit the subscribe button. They're a part of it too. I'd rather them hit the subscribe button, let's not get things confused, but they're also a part of it. So it's just I appreciate it. I just try to give you guys a space to be you, to do your thing. And look at that move right there. Going up over the top. Remember, Jane, we talked about her earlier tonight, the only Grand Slam champion that we have on the men's side or the women's side. Totes has got a chance here tonight to do it, but he has got to beat one of the greatest tag teams ever assembled. And that tag team resides inside the syndicate of Vipero and JP. Vipero has been the wrestler right now. It was Totes for a little bit. It was Ozzy, then it went to Totes, and now really Vipero, one of the hottest wrestlers in WCW. And look at that. Repentia now grabbing the leg. Jade sees it coming, jumps in, kicks out. Serra getting back to her feet and getting out, and Repentia just doing things. You wonder, like, where does that blood that's all over her outfit come from? Where does the blood, like, there's blood, a blood handprint even on the bandana. It's on the top. Like, where does that blood come from? It almost seems to give her kind of strength or power. And now Serra going up to the top. And look at that! Thought she was going to land it. That would have been all over. But the crowd, and look at how fast she recovers. Mimi trying to get out of it. She gets out of the way, then goes back in. And Serra, oh, you didn't know? 1, 2, 3, and we have brand new Universal Women's Tag Team Champions.
Here are your winners, the Game Crashers.
I'm telling you what, like, you look at the Gate Crashers, not fast coming out of the gate, right? Things were not going. And look, and I tell you guys this all the time, give me 5 to 10 matches to really get people dialed in. The 3 that wrestled tonight, I'm going to go back and watch your match a bunch of times. 3, 4, 5, 6 times. And then I'm going to make adjustments to every single one of your characters. It's not about all winning and all about losing. It's about how you're wrestling. When I can get you dialed in. And these 2, they were wrestling, and it was still 2 to 3 matches before where I didn't even touch them. I said, no, they're wrestling the right way. They just got to build the momentum. Now they're starting to build the momentum. And now you can see these ladies, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4 different title belts already. This is their first, and this is crazy, this is their first major title belt. Everything else has been special series. And they have not won a WCW title. They've won a WCW Special Series title, but they haven't won a WCW title. They skipped all of that, and now all of a sudden they are the Universal Women's Tag Team Champions. Hats off to you girls. Keep on crashing them gates. Yeah, losses do build character. When you learn from it and you can see and you do the thing. JP absolutely knows. And it's funny, you guys hear, like, Just for a second, you guys hear me and JP talking shit back and forth to each other, right? It's all in good fun. Me and JP talk offline a lot, so it's all in good fun. You guys got to realize when JP is talking trash to you, it's in character. Enjoy it. Talk trash back. He's okay. He's a big boy. He can handle it. So can Frankie Two Fingers. Now, here we go. We have seen Chris Jericho come in and absolutely start monkey stomping the light heavyweight division. Eagle Star is going to try to stop that here tonight.
The WCW Light Heavyweight Championship.
If Eagle Star can find a way to win tonight, he will become the first ever 4-time champion of any title belt. The odd thing about that is he is already a 3-time champion, and that is the only 3-time champion when you look at WCW titles. But if you look at Universal titles, Totes has won the Universal World title 3 times. So, but he could be our very first 4-time anything champion. So a lot of times, a lot of chances here tonight to win and set and do a little bit of history. You know what I mean? But in order to do that, the first thing they got to do is, what is this? Monday Night Jericho. All right. You let Jericho win a title, and next thing you know, you got Monday Night Jericho going on. And Monday Night Jericho indeed is what is happening inside this ring right now. It's a sharp-looking outfit, though. You can kind of see matches up with Chris Benoit's shirt a little bit there, except for that back piece where we got the Monday Night Jericho going on. It's kind of funny. Those title belts have not been defended since episode 27. Figure that one out. So they've been held on to for quite some time, but not being defended since episode 27. Repentia and Serra changing that here tonight.
Introducing the challenger from Birmingham, Alabama, weighing in at 240 pounds, the Eagle Starman. And his opponent from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, weighing in at 225 pounds, the WCW Light Heavyweight Champion, Chris Herrick.
You want to hear some other crazy stats? Some absolutely crazy stats. We just got done saying Eagle Star having a chance tonight to make history and becoming the 4-time WCW Light Heavyweight Champion, right? Eagle Star has never lost a challenge match for the title belt. The only time he has ever lost is when he has had the title belt, then he has lost. But he has never challenged for the title and lost a match. Can Jericho change that here tonight? You know, it's funny. I do all this stuff, but the thing about it is, right now, every time I want to do a creator stream, I'm like, oh, well, that will give away the surprise. It's always the problem. And it's taken us halfway through the year, a little over halfway, to actually get the world title belts right. But I think next time going into it, I think we got it. I think it'll be good. Nice. I like it. I like it. You know, it's funny. I look at some of the different wrestlers, some of the way the storyline should be. It's interesting. I know some of the people that debuted tonight, they're like, hey, that's not how I had my wrestler. But when you go to debut, I like to see your wrestler, and then I make them into what we need. So it's a little bit of give and take. It's a little bit of back and forth. You show me what you want. I try to maintain that as best as I can, but also add the thing that we're missing. And it's funny. People fought me on this. People have fought me on this in the past, and when they do, they don't see the wrestler very much because I don't need the other thing. You know what I mean? Like if I need a light heavyweight and you want to be a heavyweight, I don't need a heavyweight, obviously. I've got enough heavyweight. So you might not see your wrestlers much. When I make them into what we need to see, you'll start seeing them more and more and more. And I'll tell you, the Gate Crashers was a very good example of that. I made both those wrestlers. They told me what they wanted. I end up having to create the wrestlers for them. But you see them quite a bit because it's something that we needed. Look at this. Eagle Star pulling out a few different little tricks out of his bag here tonight. Give him the old flippity-doo-dah. And that's the other thing. I really plan on starting a merch store, and some of those, we're going to have those sayings like flippity-doo-dah, the sayings that are only seen here on this channel, our little catchphrases. Also working out something with Dubs to maybe be able to create an AI version of your wrestler, and then you be able to order a shirt with the Totes logo on it, but your wrestler on it. That would be interesting as well. Look at this Eagle. Now putting a submission move on to Jericho, though Jericho fighting through it. Jericho not having it. But I don't think Eagle cares what he's going to have. And here's another thing. Eagle coming out tonight. We've seen him win like this. Can he win here? And Jericho seemed none too thrilled about that. Jericho didn't think that was hilarious at all. I did, however. And now Eagle Star getting ready, getting pumped up, beating on the chest a little bit, getting ready to set up. Can he collect the bounty? No, says Jericho. Jericho now throwing them elbows, getting things turned back around, whips them into the corner. That's the other thing. That's how you know you created something good. Like you got people going as your wrestling character. That's what they're dressing up for Halloween as. That's awesome. And look, the other thing is, it's not hard for me to make Eagle Star care about Eagle Star. That's easy. I'm making Eagle Star, Eagle cares about Eagle Star, right? 1, 2. But can I make Sawyer care about Eagle Star? Can I make Sam care about Eagle Star? Can I make JP care about him? That's the trick. The trick isn't to get you guys to care for your characters. It's to get other people to care about your characters. And I think we do a good job. I think that's when you look at the other channels. I think the LTD, I think Blaze Radio, I think Solo, I think all these guys, Temple, I think they all do a very good job of getting you to care about other people's wrestlers. I would pay to watch this show. I would put money down. I would pay my ticket. I would go find a seat in the arena and watch this show. Absolutely. Look at that big slam getting fired up. Double stop right to the chest, I think. If Eagle can keep this up for another couple moves, he might have Jericho right where he wants him now. Jericho getting back to his feet. Eagle Star says, let me get that bounty. Oh, wanting to collect it a different way. Is Jericho good at Oh, he can't get him over. He couldn't get him over. He went to do it and then couldn't get him over. Now goes, starting to pull other tricks out of the old trick book. And he went to get slammed again, and Jericho might have pulled off a little sneaky. But Eagle able to kick out. Thought he might have pulled off the old trick right there. Guys, remember, drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on the bell notification so you don't miss any time we go live. Share the video. That's probably the biggest thing you can do right now. You want to support the channel, do some sharing. And look at this. He gets it locked in. The walls of Jericho break the wall down. And somehow Eagle gets out of it, but I thought that was all over, but the crying right there. And he does it once, twice, 3 power bombs, an Eagle Star. Rolls up the leg, 2, 3, and for the very first time, Eagle loses the match, and Chris Jericho retains the WCW Light Heavyweight Championship. Chris Jericho proven to be quite the force to be reckoned with this light heavyweight title belt. Goes on, becomes the first person to ever stop Eagle Star from winning the light heavyweight championship once he challenges for the title. So that's the other crazy thing. You look at a lot of this stuff, you look at the episodes, we are already up to episode 59, the most episodes we've ever had in a season, and overall episode 160. Think about that for a second. 160 episodes of this universe. Now, not of all WCW, you got to go all the way back to season 1. And something that a lot of people probably don't remember, season 1 was done on another person's channel. It was a community channel I used to stream and help them guys out, GC Rock's community channel. And I started doing it there. I moved it over to here just so we'd have the history of it. And then from then on out, season 2 and everything streamed from right here. And the reason I did that, a lot of people don't know, over there, it's a first or a third person shooter type channel. Now they stream whatever, but it's a division channel. And we were actually losing subscribers over there. After a whole season, figure this out. After a whole season, we ended up losing 7 subscribers. I said, that's not fair to your channel. I'm going to bring it over here to my channel. I enjoy doing it. I know you guys like watching it. We'll do it over here. Immediately, we start getting 40, 50, 60, 100, 150, 100, 330 subscribers directly off the wrestling stuff. So, yeah, it didn't work over there, and this is where it goes. Like, you got to be careful what you do and where you do it at, and so that's what we did. Now, tonight, we've seen Drew Hawthorne win a tag team match while being injured.
And is for the WCW World Television Championship.
But we've seen him win these matches, and he won them while being injured. Now, finally, the Drew has come back to the WCW. No, finally, Drew, now cleared by the WCW medical staff to wrestle, and now getting a real shot, getting a serious shot here at not just the New World Order, but getting a shot not just at Grunning, but getting a shot at the WCW World Television title. Again, I told you, you guys want to see yourself on TV more, win this title belt. The men defend the television title on every single Monday Nitro, and the women defend their TV title belt on every single Thursday Thunder. like the list, man. I like every Jericho, to be fair, but I like the list. He's like, oh, you're on the list. You're on the list. Everybody got to be on the list. Yeah, no, it's absolutely a thing. This is why I'm thinking about putting in, it's been suggested a couple times, I just don't want it to get out of hand. But I am thinking about putting in a section on our Discord where you can be in character. Like, in the general chat, no. But there'll be an in-character session or section where you can talk the trash. And if you're in there, talk the trash. If you're not in there, don't talk the trash. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm debating it right now. I've seen that go very wrong. But right now, Grunning of the New World Order defending that television title here. Grunning ending the streak of Rowdy. And now getting ready to put that title belt on the line.
Introducing the challenger from another time, weighing in at 271 pounds, gentlemen, Drew H. And his opponent from Mount Olympus, weighing in at 302 pounds, the WCW World Television Champion,
Yeah, right before this match, I just went through, made sure all the ratings were correct. We actually had about 4 or 5 that were wrong. Got all the ratings correct on the thing. We're going to have to update them here as of tonight. But what's crazy, Bret Hart, man, I don't know if anybody's going to be able to beat Bret Hart for that Universal Championship. That's going to be, whoever he fights, that's going to be an amazing match. Grunning, we used to see a lot here on the channel. Now just pops in here and there. But the current WCW television champion, and now Drew, we see him a lot, especially in the Discord. All you got to do is say Sven's name 3 times and he will appear. So that's 1. And part of it is, if you guys are wondering where Iffy is, she got busted in the mouth at work. So she is at an emergency dental thing right now, getting her 2 front teeth looked at. But usually Iffy, like you say Sven's name like 3 times. Again, that's 2. You say it 3 times though, and Iffy usually has Sven in here. That is 3. We did it. We found a way to sneak it in 3 times. But Drew able to kick out in 2, Grunning. And look, you can see Grunning now starting to get a little upset, starting to wrestle with a little more aggression. Grunning apparently woke up this morning, rolled out of bed, and chose violence. Now starting to wonder, and look, it was kind of a match going back and forth and doing whatever, but then as soon as Drew kicked out, Grunning absolutely pissed off and wrestling pissed off. He's not even waiting. Most of the time, Grunning would wait on the inside, but look, too, you look at Grunning joining the New World Order and having kind of a newfound attitude since doing that, but that attitude has been paying off, and now Drew looking to get things turned back around, gets those knees up, hits him with the spear, rolls up the leg. 1, 2. And that is 1 more of a 1 count than I thought it would be. I thought we'd say 1 and he'd kick out, but now Drew, understanding the nature of the choices Grunning made this morning, starting to choose it himself, and look at that. Rolls up the leg. We might have a brand new champion. And we do! The brand new WCW World Television Champion.
Here is your winner, and new
So Drew coming off of an injury, immediately stepping into the ring and winning the WCW World Television Championship. Now, I told you at the top of the show, there were two guys, Jake Plague and Drew, that I tried this little experiment type thing with. It didn't exactly work out the way I thought it would work out. And now we've switched it back up, and you're seeing both of these guys, since I've switched it back up, both of these guys starting to see success in the WCW. So, look, we do things, and we take some chances, and sometimes they're right, sometimes they're wrong, but we will always be making adjustments and making tweaks to bring you better shows, to make better competitors, to make better matches. So always a reason to tune in. Now down to the final two matches of the evening, the women's equivalent of the men's hardcore title, the WCW Women's Knockout Championship. This is not a special series title belt. It's an Extreme Rules match, and you can pass out to be counted as a knockout. What is going on, Munchy Munch? Welcome to the stream.
The following contest is a fatal four-way Extreme Rules match and is for the WCW Women's Extreme Championship. Introducing the challenger, representing the Disciples of Darkness from Limbo, the Webmaster, Nikkita Walters.
And you look, if there was going to be a women's hardcore type division, or in our case, a women's knockout division, look at Nikkita Walters. How the hell would she not be in it? You know she is going to be in it. And tonight, getting her shot at that knockout title. Remember, too, in the main event coming up next, we will have the men's Universal Tag Team titles. The Syndicate, Andrew Dubs and Vipero, putting those titles on the line tonight against the Four Horsemen, Totes McGoats and Rowdy Hunt. I'm not like 50. I'm just 49. Melinda now making her way down to the ring, and we know that Melinda and Mimi have been going back and forth. We know Melinda and Monica Monroe going back and forth. Are those two competitors going to make her even more qualified, make her even more prepared for the match that is coming up right now? We've got a four-way knockout match. The only way out of this ring is to get knocked out. You pass out, you get knocked out, you're out. Yeah, I had to read that a bunch of times. Like, I didn't realize that was supposed to be a burn. You got to think, man, I've been drinking too since, what was that, 10:30? And I still got to go work out. Look at the state of Kelly Kidman's entrance. This has got to be one. Not the one, but one of the better entrances. Kelly Kidman now getting ready to make her way down to the ring. And this is another one. You look at who would be in the knockout division. Kelly Kidman obviously going to be on that list. You look at somebody like Mimi. Mimi's got to be on that list, but she's the current television champion right now, so not exactly competing in that division. Melinda You got to think Repentia got to be a part of it. You would think Serra would be like a part of the television, but Repentia just likes to whoop people. You know what I mean? So got to be a part of it. Obviously, Monica Monroe got to be a part of it. I like the name though, Munchie Munch. You know exactly what's going on over there.
Representing the Judgment Day from the West Side, Kelly Kidman.
It's hilarious. Kelly Kidman, the announcer, always so inundated. You look at how long that entrance is, but the announcer always so inundated with the entrance, he forgets to announce her and then tries to put it on right there at the end. And look at this title. Heather D, the leader of the NWO, the oldest faction in WCW, dating all the way back to the days of our TSW time. The current WCW Knockout Championship. That title belt is on the line in this match for the first time ever in a 4-way knockout title match.
And introducing the champion, representing the NWO from Huntsville, Alabama, the WCW Women's Extreme Champion, Heather D.
So we've seen the initial champion, Monica Monroe, win that title belt. Then we saw Heather beat her for it, and now that title belt on the line right now. Title belt is quickly starting to garner some history behind it. Will she be the first one to defend the title, or will she lose that title and we will have our third knockout champion in as many matches? Charles Robinson letting everybody see that belt, letting everybody know what time it is. That title belt is on the line. The leader of the New World Order, a member of the Judgment Day, a member of the Disciples of Darkness, and Melinda Gutierrez, not a member of any faction, going at it right here. So it's funny, too. You look at all the different styles of wrestling we got going on. You look at all the different things that are happening. This match could absolutely be epic. We already know. And look at this. Not even messing around. Gets the barbed wire baseball bat. Was worried about being able to hit somebody with it. So throws it at Nikkita Walters. Nikkita Walters then using the side. And Kelly Kidman, the back of her head, hitting that baseball bat. Is that going to be a costly move with Kelly Kidman? Is she going to be the first one that ends up getting knocked out? Or will she be able to kind of fight back through it? And you got to look at Kelly Kidman's boots. Them things could stomp a mud hole in it. You know what I mean? Using those boots now, taking out the knee of Heather. And again, the back of that, right where the hamstring is, the back of the leg getting thrown right on that baseball bat. So while that baseball bat has only hit one person by being thrown, Kelly Kidman has found a way to land on it multiple times. Kelly now building that ladder bridge between the ring and our announce table down in front. Will somebody actually get put through that bridge ladder? Oh, Monica, that half extraction looking maneuver that she must have learned from Totes My Goats. Kelly throwing the trash can in the ring. Monica saw her coming, but saw it a little bit too late. Now gets out of the way. Heather gets a sledgehammer. Getting the sledgehammer, attacking Nikkita Walters. And remember, Nikkita Walters is the sister of the Walters brothers. This is one of the craziest moves I have ever seen. You see Melinda when she gets the back. And if you guys don't know Melinda, that is Iffy. That is the moderator in our Discord channel. Look at that. Hits it again. She moves it out of the way and hits her with it again. Kelly Kidman's body definitely knows where that barbed wire baseball bat is, because she finds a way to get it every single time. Melinda taking, now throwing that trash can. And finally, Melinda using that baseball bat against somebody else. Or Kelly used that bat against somebody else. Melinda gets her again. Nikkita back in. Heather, the current champion, on the ground. And remember, you could pass out. You can't tap out, but you can pass out. And that will be considered a knockout. Heather jumping in the ring now. We got a chair, a bat, a trash can, a table. We got a bridge. And thrown right on that bridge. Is she going to do it? Nikkita goes up to the top and puts somebody through. Put Kelly Kidman right through that ladder. That is the first time we have ever seen anybody go through the bridge ladder. Heather trying to sneak up on Nikkita. Nikkita not having it. Nikkita on another level right now. Heather trying to fight through it. Melinda grabbing the chair, bringing it to the outside of the ring. Trying to get over. And I guess she wanted to see Kelly Kidman make sure that she saw that chair shot coming. But Kelly still going after the champ. And buckled by that trash can yet again. The only person so far hit by the trash can has been Kelly Kidman. Can Kelly turn that around? We'll have to see. Melinda putting down Nikkita. Heather going after Melinda. Throws her up against the wall, and look at that. I thought she was going to miss, but takes out the knee of Heather D. Apparently, I'm a rapper and a knee slapper. Oh! We have seen people get knocked out. Nikkita hit Kelly Kidman with the brass knuckles. Heather tried to hit Nikkita with the H-bomb. Nikkita fighting through it now. Picks up. Oh, she hit her with the chair. She threw the chair and hit her with the chair. And Nikkita and Heather are determined to get after one another one way or another. They're going to find you. They're going to get you one way, maybe in this match. Throws Melinda double team style right down on the top of that. Kelly trying to fight back, trying to make sure. Oh, the head goes right into the steel steps. I don't even know if Heather knows where she's at. Heather, the current knockout champion, may be in a bad way right here. Tries to hit the H-bomb on Kelly Kidman. Kelly not having it. And Kelly able to fight through, not get H-bomb, but somebody here shortly, you can feel it, is about to get knocked out. Little double team Russian leg sweep. But Nikkita stays in the match. Melinda picks up the champ, drops her down. And remember, the only way out of the match, the only way to win the knockout title is to knock out your opponent. That is it. Melinda now taking out the leg of Kelly Kidman. Heather now next to that sledgehammer again. Is she going to use it? Don't know. Takes her, throws her into the ring, sees Melinda coming, but Melinda able to be the aggressor here, and a big slam. Now jumps in the ring, grabs that baseball bat, and Kelly Kidman has eliminated Nikkita Walters. Melinda now eliminates Kelly Kidman, and now it is down to Melinda or Heather D, the current knockout champion. Which one of them is going to be able to walk away your current champion? Heather now going, picking up that baseball bat. Melinda gets up and takes the bat right to the back of the scunion. Melinda getting out. You can tell, a little wobbly, feeling a little bit woozy. Tries to pick up Heather, but Heather finds a way. And the only way that happens is Melinda's back. The muscles in her back have got to be weakened, have got to be given out. But look at this. Flips it around and drops her right on top of that chair. Picks her up again. Oh, went to whip her into this, and this might be it. H-bomb incoming right on top of the chair. And Melinda looks like she's knocked out, but apparently the referee doesn't see it that way. And Heather getting to work with that chair. Melinda getting to her feet, tries to get her again. Gets thrown into those steel steps. Now rolls into the ring, picks up the trash can. Melinda still on the ground, and it looks like Heather probably taking a little breather, or is she? Goes up to the top. Melinda now getting back up on her feet, and Melinda finds a way to get out of the way. Heather hitting her head right on the back there, and Roskebios, and Melinda is your brand new WCW Knockout Champion.
Here is your winner, and new WCW Women's Extreme Champion, the Mechanic, Melinda.
Melinda having quite a big week, being named the moderator in the Discord, and now winning the WCW Women's Knockout Championship. So congrats to her. The first major title belt she has won since joining the WCW. And again, we talk about this. We're like, hey, look at the new crop of people coming in. The women's division obviously much better. And now, not just that, but even on the men's side, those starting to become even better. So lots of newcomers coming in here on season 6, and a lot of newcomers making a huge impact on the WCW 2.0. You gotta love to see that. But that has brought us to the main event of the evening. Can Totes become the first male Universal Grand Slam champion, or will Andrew Dubs and Vipero keep proving the point that they're trying to make, where they want to be known as the greatest tag team in the history of WCW? We're about to find out right now. Charles Robinson just waiting on, like just checking it out. Getting ready to start the match, but still taking a couple minutes. And look, this is crazy. We know Rowdy, the current United States champion, but this is the first time we have not seen Totes McGoats with a title belt around his waist. Looking a little bit naked, but we can finally see the rest of his outfit, you know what I mean? Now, we saw, like, very early on, back when the Universal title first became a thing, and this, just so you history buffs know, goes all the way back to Season 2. We saw Rowdy, and this is pre-Four Horsemen Totes. Totes wasn't even in the Horsemen. Rowdy and Eagle Star were the original members of the Horsemen. But Totes and Rowdy used to fight it out back and forth, and they fought it out for that Universal World title. Now, on the same side, on the side of the Horsemen, and now, tag team partners trying to make a little bit of history here tonight for Totes, which is another accolade for the Horsemen, trying to win the very first male Grand Slam title. But no easy task. You look at the Horsemen and the Syndicate going back and forth, seeing who can win what. The Syndicate, the current Universal World Champions. Will the Horsemen be able to take those title belts from them here tonight? Not if Andrew Dubs and Vipero have anything to say about it. Right now, the leader of the Syndicate, Jay Savage, bringing down his boys, Vipero and Andrew Dubs, trying to ensure that no funny business goes on. But you look at the Horsemen, they don't care. All they care about is winning. They don't care how they win. You look at the Syndicate, it is the same way. Jay Savage running it like a machine over there, making sure his guys are getting the title shots and his guys have the advantages in the matches.
The following contest is an elimination match and is for the Universal World Heavyweight Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 564 pounds, the WCW United States Champions, the Four Horsemen, and their opponents at a combined weight of 442 pounds, the Universal World Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, the Syndicate.
So Andrew Dubs, immediately upon returning from injury, he has been out the last 2 weeks, being asked to perform in a title defense match. Is that going to play into anything? Is Jay Savage, Bama, or Eagle, are they going to play into the matches at all? And if you were listening, you heard this. This isn't your just normal tag team match. It is the normal tag team rules. However, it is an elimination match, so it's not going to be an oopsie. Nobody's going to win this match on an oopsie. Whoever wins has got to eliminate the other team. Rowdy getting over there and getting after it. Totes getting tagged in. Dubs trying to get over there and make sure he can't get rolling. And immediately Dubs split open by the Horsemen. So We knew that Dubs was out for concussion, passing concussion protocol today, and then being put in the main event. That should tell you exactly how good this Syndicate tag team is. The Four Horsemen immediately putting their name in the hat to get a shot at trying to take these Universal Tag Team title belts off of them, but Jay Savage stepping in and saying, okay, well, we'll take the match, but it's got to be an elimination match. It can't just be the normal whatever's going on, you know, all willy-nilly, maybe I can get lucky. And look at that! Totes immediately going after Vipero with the chair. Totes being beaten by Vipero. Him and Vipero have a little bit of a history together. Totes getting hit by that snake bite. Totes in real life being deathly afraid of snakes, and then so losing to Vipero on multiple occasions to the snake bite. That's got to be something in and of itself. However, Rowdy grabs that leg real early in this match and only a 1 count. What is going on, Rowdy? Welcome to the stream, brother. You made it just in time. Look at this. Eagle talking with the referee, asking him if he's going to be watching the match, and Charles Robinson trying to tell him that he is, but in the meantime, didn't see the pinfall that was going on, so that kind of backfired against him a little bit, and now you can see why these two are Universal World Champions, getting in there, going up against the bigger man, dropping them, double team style, right on the back of Rowdy. And one of the things that we've seen from the champions, we have seen typically where one of them, and it changes back and forth, but where one of them tries to stay in the match for as long as they can. And again, right back onto that chair. Now Totes and Vipero in this match. Bama doing some stuff over there. Vipero doing some stuff right there. Totes sitting back, biding his time. Ducks them, but Vipero gets out of the way. And look at these guys. It is like a chess match back and forth. Vipero coming out on top of that chess match, though. Whipping Totes into the corner, wrenching on the arm. Rowdy rolls out of the ring and not back up as of yet. Dubs looking on, and you got to think that maybe there was going to be a double team move coming in. Totes whips him into the corner, knee right to the stomach, and not letting him get out of this match. But look, let him get out or not let him get out. Vipero turns it around, and not quite an extraction, but something similar, and then gets Dubs tagged into this match. And you gotta think that between the two, like if you were the Universal Champions, you would want Vipero facing off against Totes. You would want Dubs facing off against Rowdy. Just looking at the size. Now typically these guys are giving up the size, right? These guys are giving up the size, but Dubs, the larger of the two between Vipero and Dubs. So look at that. Totes thought he got it turned back around. Dubs then turns around the turnaround. And then Totes turns around the turnaround of the turnaround. And here they go, back and forth, all of them go. And look at that. That is quite the aim. Totes acting like a pitcher in baseball, putting it right down the middle on top of that chair. Back to chair. And that chair is absolutely mangled up. Totes whipping him into that corner. But look, he was going to try to do some double team action, but there is no turnbuckle pad in that corner. And Totes taking advantage of that. Dubs now able to get Vipero tagged in. Totes getting Rowdy tagged in, and now the opposite of what we thought they would want is going on. Vipero rolls up the leg and gets a 2.5 count. Like, I was a little shocked at the 2 count on Totes. I was a little shocked now at the 2.5 count on Rowdy. And it looks like, again, we talked about what they typically do. It looks like Vipero is the one they're going to be saving throughout the match. It looks like for this particular one, Dubs is the one that drew the straw to stay in as long as he possibly can. Wear him down as much as he can. Vipero gets in, but then quickly out of the ring. So, is that going to be something that pays off for the tag champions? Now, it has been paying off this entire time, and now getting down to where they're doing it a little bit quicker in, a little bit quicker out. But look at that! Huge move right there by Rowdy. Now, Rowdy going after Vipero. And we already know the Universal Tag Team Champions, they've defended these title belts 4 separate times, which is a record, trying to extend that record. Before, anybody could only defend them 1 time. These guys have defended them 4 times already. This will be time number 5 if they can defend them. But we've seen it multiple times where when they go to defend their title belts, it is an absolute, it's not a normal tag team match. It is a normal tag team elimination match. And that is proven to be good. Now, you could technically win these on... Oh! Vipero has it locked and loaded right now. He has got the constrictor. I don't know if Rowdy realizes that, but the constrictor has ended matches in a quickness. Vipero sitting... Oh, thought he had the distance for it. Instead, Pele kicking. Look at Vipero and Totes. Both of these two guys talking back and forth. Vipero again ending the streak Totes had, the record-ending streak. Bama now talking to Vipero. Rowdy gets back up, picks him up, and Rosquetios. That is Rowdy's brand new finishing move. Dubs gets in, breaks up the pin. But Rowdy no longer using the Rowdy now. Still has the Rowdy recliner. And we have not come up with a new name for his new finishing move. We've got some ideas. Just nothing has felt normal as of yet. So throws, I'm looking at the chat, but throws Vipero back into those now, picking them back up. Can he hit him? Oh, throws him in there again. And now it looks like he wanted to hit him with a chair, but instead goes out, gets a light fixture, and snaps that light fixture right over his back. Goes, rolls up the leg. 1, 2, 3. And now if they're going to retain the titles, it is going to come down to Dubs. Dubs throwing Rowdy into that corner. Dubs now going after both horsemen. DDT right into the side. Rowdy trying to chase him, but Andrew Dubs absolutely controlling this match right now, controlling everything that's going on, and then maybe he just went a bridge too far. Rowdy able to get things turned back around. And now, you think about this, it is really going to come down to, can Jay Savage get more involved in this match? Can Jay Savage affect the match somehow from the outside of this ring? Andrew Dubs understanding the gravity. There is nobody left to tag in. All 4 horsemen sitting down in that corner. What is going on, Herbie? If you've been here the whole time, okay. But I know you were here in the beginning, but welcome back if not. And J-Dubs. Andrew Dubs starting to control this match on the inside yet again. It is amazing. I've taken this move away twice now, and somehow still here. Maybe we leave it on Dubs. Maybe Dubs is the only one that can have this. Now Savage. Dubs whipping him into the corner. Big slam. Hooks the leg, too. And Rowdy still able to kick out in 2. Remember, Rowdy, the current WCW United States champion. Totes recently losing not only the United States title to Vipero, who then Rowdy ends up beating, but also losing the Universal $1 Million title and the Universal World title as of late. So, Skedios, here we go. Dubs getting ready to set up some things. A huge hit right to the back of the head. That's got to knock you silly. And Dubs keeping up the offense. Rowdy, though, getting it turned back around. It looks like in a big spear right there. Can this be it? Do we have brand new champions? Dubs able to kick out in 2, but now you can see the blood starting to run down Rowdy's face. And here we go. This might be it. That is his finisher. 2. And Dubs able to kick out yet again. Listen to him. The crowd chanting tag team wrestling. The crowd excited about it. Rowdy breaking that chair up. That chair all kinds of mangled right now. Dubs gets up and hits him with a crazy looking pastry move. Dubs now starting to let the hands go, trying to slow things down because look, Dubs is in a 1-on-2 type of a situation, so he needs to have some big moves and yet still maintain some stamina. So not an easy thing, but right now going after Totes. Rowdy using this opportunity to kind of catch his breath. Rowdy now making his way to the outside. Totes still distracting Dubs. And Rowdy waiting for him, but look at this. Maybe that's exactly what Dubs wanted. Hits him with that reverse DDT. Grabs a stop sign, and Rowdy's starting to feel it. Rowdy's starting to get pumped up, and we have seen Rowdy win the United States title belt just like this. Whips him into that corner, and is this going to be it? Is Rowdy going to get it in? I don't know, but whips him into it again. And look, we talked about what the Syndicate has been doing, but the Horsemen doing it right now. Rowdy staying in for the long haul. Totes getting a chance to rest up and to relax. If Dubs finds a way to do whatever, Totes is rested, but now Rowdy gets Totes tagged in. Dubs jumping out. I don't even know if Dubs realizes who the legal man is. He's still looking at Rowdy, and Totes waiting, tries to hit him with a big boot. That doesn't work out. Dubs gets him over in the corner, and we know that Dubs' finishing move really has to do with that corner. Totes, though, trying to reverse it back around, trying to get that DDT on him. Dubs not having it. That was the start of it. Totes now whips him into the corner, rolls him up, hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, and we have brand new Universal World Tag Team Champions.
Here are your winners, the 4 Horsemen.
Congratulations going out to the 4 Horsemen, but the other thing that just happened, history being made, the Horsemen and Totes able to win the first Grand Slam champion. Totes becoming the first Grand Slam winner. Guys, that is going to do it for us here today. Remember, drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on the bell notification so you don't miss any time we go live. Share the video. And guys, look, if you guys could choose to do something nice for somebody today, I really hope that's what you choose. We really appreciate it. If you're not a part of our community, join our community. Come check us out on the Discord. We will catch all of you guys in the next one. Peace.